What's up guys, it's Will here, back again. After my JND Joker Type A review, I'm back with a JND Interrogation Joker Type A review. And while those two may sound similar, they're actually quite different. I won a lottery to even be able to purchase this figure as only 40 units were released worldwide. Still, even though it's rare, we need to determine if it's worth a $900 price tag. I have thoughts. But before we answer that question, make sure to like the video down below, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so that way you're notified when content goes live here. I purchased this figure directly from JND, but I purchased a Type B Joker set from Comic Concepts as well at a discount. If you're looking for JND, Hot Toys, Prime 1 statues, and basically everything else collectible, check out Comic Concepts via the link in the description below. You can use my code WillFox for $10 off of any order, unlimited usage. That said, the question is this Interrogation Joker as perfect or close to as perfect as the standard Type A Joker that JND released prior? I had goals of displaying both, but now I'm not so sure. Let's get into it. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Guys, this is the in-hand look of the JND Joker Special Edition Interrogation Type A. It's quite a mouthful, but this is a special edition limited to 40 units worldwide. I purchased this and shipped it to Justin's collection in Australia. Shout out to him. Thanks so much for helping me out. He reviewed it. Check that out on his channel when you're done here. This is the in-hand look. I went ahead and adjusted the eyes, moved them off to the side. You can see it has a fully silicone head sculpt and fully silicone neck. You can articulate the neck just like the other JND figures. No seam, no visible joint whatsoever. It's all hidden under the silicone. You can actually move the face around and smush it all around. It feels like a real face. It's pretty crazy. Very lifelike in that aspect. Paint applications are great. Likeness, not too bad. I'd say it's overall decent. I do like the silicone in theory and in practice for the most part, but there are some issues I have with this figure, primarily the proportions. I do think the head sculpt is okay. It's all right, but not my favorite thing in the world. You have a silver chain here on the figure. From my recollection, the chain was gold in the film. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but the outfit is actually pretty well done. I think the tailoring is pretty strong here, and I do think that the subtle weathering actually works for this figure. Joker is a very dirty looking character. He's grimy, he's mysterious, and he's meant to, you know, be dirty and grimy and mysterious and somewhat maniacal. That's kind of his character. What's really interesting about these JND figures, you don't have a traditional ball peg for the feet. You have an ankle, actually. It articulates at the ankle and you can move the foot that way. It's pretty interesting. It's actually glued on to the leg itself and you articulate it that way. It works pretty well. You still get a full range of movement and it's pretty good. The accessories, not crazy about this. Wasn't crazy about this with the regular version either. My table is warped and my day is ruined. So yeah, the table is fully plastic. It's not die cast in any way. It came completely warped straight out of the box. So I'm gonna have to probably heat this thing up and reshape it and get it back to a flat, state, because right now it is certainly not. It is very curved, as you can tell, and tables generally are not curved. You have magnetic aspects here with the legs, so you just attach them magnetically to each individual corner. Took me a bit to figure out which way they actually went, but before long, you'll figure out the magnet will only go one way. You can see all four legs on the table, all of it plastic, and none of it super high quality, honestly. You can see the curvature there with the table. It is not supposed to be that way. The table is not designed to be curved. You can see the scratches and the weathering up top. That's pretty cool. You actually get a undercoat here, which is very akin to the bank robber coat, and you get the purple coat, which I'll show you in a sec. These are included apparently by the CEO of JND, but you can't actually use them, which I'll talk about later in the video. There's nothing to do with them because you don't have the forearms to attach gloved hands, or gloved hands for that matter, included in the set. So you have a purple coat and you have an undercoat, which you cannot use. So thank you for including that. I appreciate it, but I literally can't use it. So I'm not sure exactly what the point was. Nonetheless, you have a really quality coat here. The fabric's really high quality, subtle weathering on the back and on the front. And of course you have the orange lining inside of it. You have the chair here, also a plastic piece. This is not by any stretch a premium figure insofar as its accessories are concerned. I do think it's premium with the silicone and the overall likeness is okay, but not as great as the Stoic standard one, which I'll get into more later in this video. However, the chair, it does the trick. It looks fine on display, but it is not die cast. It does not feel premium. Neither are the handcuffs. Very plastic, very cheap and simple. They are not die cast like the InArt ones, and Again, for a premium price figure, this should be a premium experience entirely, and it certainly is not that. So the handcuffs are operational. You can put them on the figure on the silicone arms. This does come with a silicone set of articulated arms, and it's pretty cool, but not everything I would hope for. The display base, I actually like it. It has a Dark Knight logo on the front and a wooden floor base meant to replicate the interrogation scene in The Dark Knight. I do like it. Mine has a little scratch on the back. I'll show you in a sec. The wooden floor has magnets underneath of it, and you can hear them right now. So that's what it sounds like. The magnets rattle around. I don't have a problem with this, honestly, because the feet will attach to the magnets and then they're steady in place. So there you go. That's what it sounds like. So as the feet attach, the magnets, latch on, and then the magnets are stable. So I don't mind that, actually. I don't mind them rattling around. What I do mind is the white, mark on the back of my base. It's a scratch, a paint scratch. Don't love that. As far as assembly is concerned, there's really not too much to go over, but you do have a set of fully silicone forearms here. They articulate at the wrist, and each finger articulates independently. I don't really like it, honestly. It feels kind of gimmicky. I'm not a huge fan of it because the fingers just end up looking broken and displaced most of the time. You can get them to look natural, kind of, if you spend a lot of time with it, but I would just greatly prefer a couple different sets of, pre-pose forearms instead of a silicone set. Here are the eyes that you can use magnetically to adjust. You have a magnetic tool with this black little rod here, and you move the eyes around magnetically. It's very difficult to do on camera. When you start using it, it's really not so bad. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but you just got to take your time. Put your finger over one eye and then adjust the other eye to where you want it. Take your finger off the other eye, repeat the process, and go from there. So cover one eye at a time and then move the eyes around as you would like, and it really won't take you long, maybe a minute or two, and you'll be fine. But you can see on camera, the magnets, the eyes just go all over the place, so yeah. If I'm being honest, this figure is a ripoff. It's very clear to me that this head sculpt was not designed with the interrogation look in mind. If it was, that'd be more concerning, honestly. The reason being that it's simply too large and out of proportion with the rest of the body. This head sculpt was designed to be displayed with the purple coat on. That's clear, because when the coat is on, it looks pretty good. When the coat is off, you have a bobblehead effect, which, to be fair, is what occurred with the in-art version as well. I think the issue here lies in the shoulders mostly. They sit too low. Because they sit too low, the head looks too large and unnatural. I used the in-art jail cell diorama for much of this video because I kept hoping to display this JND Joker in front of it. This in-art jail cell diorama is amazing, but this JND Joker in front of it disappoints me. One day I'll be able to use this diorama, one day. But I always loved this head sculpt in the photos, but in hand, it's okay. I mean, the neutral stoic head sculpt is clearly the superior sculpt by a somewhat wide margin. I think this one has a bit of an uncanny look to it, and maybe that's why so few companies offer a smiling Joker sculpt. It's hard to pull off from every angle. Still, I don't hate the sculpt, but it's not as good as I'd hoped. Maybe it's like an 8 out of 10. I also really don't like the articulating seamless forearms. Sure, they articulate at the wrist and each finger can move independently, but it's kind of difficult to get them in a natural looking position. Each of the fingers looks broken most of the time, and getting a natural look is quite challenging. I don't see the reason for having these. Why not just pre-pose seamless forearms? Because that to me would be far more practical and easier for the collector and cheaper. This just feels gimmicky. Beyond that, my table came warped and the accessories feel cheap. This should be a premium experience entirely, considering the price tag, and it's really not. The in-art jail cell diorama made this figure a bit more lively, but even that couldn't save it. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but apparently JND's CEO elected to include a purple coat and a gray coat with this figure as a thank you to buyers. However, I'm just confused as to what the point is. There are no included forearms to attach gloved hands, or gloved hands themselves to attach to forearms. You couldn't use either of these coats even if you wanted to. I'm glad I got free accessories, but I can't even use them, so I'm not sure much thought was really put into this set. Overall, this set is incredibly disappointing. For $900, this should be perfect, and I should love it, and I really don't. I'm frustrated this is the best JND could do for this set when they delivered perfection with the standard Type A. For those reasons, I'm going to give the JND Interrogation Type A set a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to click the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so that way you're notified when content goes live here. Make sure to let me know your thoughts on the JND Joker in the comments section below. See you in the next video.